Hi guys, welcome to Cumbrian Led Outdoors and welcome to today's video. Now today's video is a tagged video. Most of you will know by now that English Woodsman has done 5 tips and the truth about camping, in which he tagged Oscar Outdoors, and when Oscar Outdoors did his, he's tagged me. So here we go, my 5 tips for camping. So normally when I'm recording my videos I don't do a script, but obviously for this one I've decided it's probably going to be better if I have a script, so you'll have to bear with me. So my first tip for camping is you don't need to spend a fortune to get started. You can spend a lot of money, and no doubt you will over the years once you get the bug, but when you're getting started you can spend a relatively small amount of money. So for example, a Hilleberg Solo tent, circa £800, but versus the OEX Fox 2 at £60. You don't really want to be going out and spending £800 on a Hilleberg Solo just to get you started. You know, the OEX Fox 2, in my opinion, is a fantastic little tent. I use mine quite a lot, and that will be more than adequate to get you started. You're going into your sleeping pads. The Thermarest Neo Air is £200 versus the OEX Traverse at £30. Tricology UL80 £40, and the new mat that I've got, the climate insulated Static V, is around £88. Yes, obviously the quality and the R rating and insulation is going to vary, but just to get you started you don't need to be going out to spend a lot of money. You know, you can get started, like I say, for a relatively small amount. You know, you can spend a lot of money on rucksacks, clothing, stoves, you know. But so that's my first advice: get some cheap equipment, not necessarily no good, you know. Do a bit of research, find out what will get you started, and then as you learn, you will be able to upgrade your equipment slowly to the stuff that's going to be more of an investment, like the Hilleberg Solo and the Thermarest Neo Air and so on and so forth. So that's my first one. Okay, tip number 2: use the internet. Google Maps and apps such as View Ranger are great for planning hikes and scouting for potential wild camps. YouTube, watch camping and outdoor channels. You'll learn a lot and get good hints and tips, as well as seeing the mistakes that others make so you can avoid them. You will also get to see what equipment people are using, which you may like and you can save for and upgrade in the future. Facebook. There are many outdoor groups on Facebook. Back to Basics, which I'm involved in. Living to Learn, I'd Rather Be Camping. The list's endless. You make some good friends, maybe even end up meeting them for a camp or a walk. I've had so many good conversations on them groups, and again you'll learn a lot: hints, tips, advice, and again, don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So that's tip number 2: use the internet. Tip number 3: buy a decent pair of boots. This does slightly contradict my first tip, but you can still buy a cheaper pair of boots to get you started. Then once you're sure you're going to continue, you can then upgrade to a decent set of boots. In my opinion, you can't beat a decent pair of leather boots. You've got some really good names out there. Meindl, is it? Meindl? Salomon, but mine are a pair of boots. I paid £200 for them, but I've had them over 10 years and they've given me really good service. Continuing on from that, I would recommend going to a proper walking boot shop. I used Gainers at Ambleside, and they'll fit them for you properly and make sure that they're a correct fit for you and that they're going to work well for you. My favourite quote about boots is, you'll spend as much time in your boots as you do your bed, so invest in a good pair of boots. That's tip number 3. Okay, tip number 4: don't let disabilities and worries stop you. Like Dan, the English Woodsman, says, be the person that gets out there and does it, not the person just watching videos and wanting to do it. If I can do it, trust me, anyone can. You can work around any disabilities. Like I say, I've got a bad back, which affects me from time to time, so if I'm having a bad day, I'm just going to do a short local one, and if I'm feeling up for it, I could do a longer one. It's as easy as that. If you're not sure, start out very local and work your way further afield from there. You will be nervous the first time, especially if it's your first solo. Push through the nerves and you'll get such a sense of achievement, and then more confident to go further afield. Also, the outdoors is great for your mental health and your mental well-being. So just get out there and do it. So that was tip number 4. Don't let disabilities and worries get in your way. And finally, tip number 5 is maintain your equipment. If you look after it, it will look after you. Clean and treat your boots. Re-waterproof clothing, jackets and pants and sec. Re-waterproof your tents. Dry your tents and equipment properly to stop it going mouldy and so it's ready for your next trip. Sharpen your knives. A blunt knife is a dangerous knife. And pack everything away properly. So that's my 5th and final tip. Maintain your equipment. Right guys, that's my 5 tips for camping. Thanks very much for Dan, the English woodsman, for starting this all off, and Scott from Oscar Outdoors for tagging me. So now it's my turn to tag 5 people. So number 1 is Steve from A Delicate Sounds of Camping. Come on buddy, let's see your 5 tips for camping. Number 2, Dave from Mooster Outdoors. Let's see your 5 camping tips buddy. Oh yeah! Number 3, Ash Outdoors. Come on Ash, let's smash those 5 tips matey. Dave Outdoors, do us proud son. And last but not least, number 5, the Bewley brothers. Let's hear your 5 tips for camping boys. Right guys, time to get myself away. Thank you very much again for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and hopefully I'll get to see you soon when we're out camping. Once again, stay safe. Much love from a Cumbrian lad.